This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids. What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and yes, we're going to talk about Destiny, god damn it, because I still like the game. I don't care what the consensus say, because I don't just do what the consensus say. Anyway, don't know why I felt the need to say that, but I just did for some reason. Anyway, so Destiny had a reveal today that I thankfully got a chance to catch. I was able to take a break and sit back and watch. Luckily for me, it wasn't that long, so I didn't have to abandon it. It was about 45 minutes or so, and Deej, who is the community manager for Destiny, along with one of the members of the development team and a popular Twitch streamer named King Gathalion. Shout out to him because he did a great job of being there. I loved how he did it. He kept it real. He wasn't just being starstruck. I'm gonna walk the corporate line, and he even joked at a couple of things. Him and Deej made a joke about that, how he was saying he didn't want him to run into everything and know what it is, so it would feel scripted and all of that. So, cool dude. Check out his Twitch channel if you can. Anyway, so some of the things that stood out from this reveal to me. First of all, they showed the Reef. The Reef looks cool. It's sort of small right now, but they did hint at the fact that there will be some possible expansion. They showed some cordoned off areas that had doors, kind of like how you see around the tower where the Iron Banner is, and so on. You okay, they may go there eventually. So you never know, they may expand during some special events, what have you. For that, you're able to use your vault. You are able to get regular bounties as well as the bounties for the Queen's Wrath. All of those missions. It'll basically be kind of like how the Dark Below was. You go to a particular person, Petra, who was the person who was there for the original Queen's Wrath missions. She's hosting the bounties for those, so you pick up those and you go on the missions for the House of Wolf. There, they also showed you where the guy for the Trials of Osiris is, and also where the guy for the Prison of Elders is. Now, they didn't go into any details about either of those two modes. They were kind of trying to keep it under wraps, even though Gathalion, he again doing a great job. He was asking them, different, trying to get a little information out. They would only give cursory stuff about, you get bounties here, they have gear and rewards and whatnot. But we'll go into that in later detail. So he couldn't get much information out about those. But next Wednesday, we shall get to see more stuff about the Trials of Osiris and hopefully gameplay of that as well. They showed some of the different gear that you can get from the Reef, which some of the stuff looks cool. Same thing as with the Dark Below, how you can unlock levels to get different, shaders, things like that. There seems to be new materials in the game that we found out as things went along. Like new materials that you could pick up, of course, from doing the Trials of Osiris or the Prison of Elders, that can upgrade the gear that you get from there. Now, just like the raids, which I like to say that Goth was on point when he made his analysis, that they could have just called the Prison of Elders another raid, because it'll be an activity where you can continually do over it again to get gear dropped. I think they kind of hinted to the fact that you may actually get a chance to change the difficulty on it like you can in the raids, so that'll make your gear progressively better. They weren't necessarily clear on that, but Well, hopefully we'll see in 2 weeks when they show the Prison of Elders, if you can do that. But in a sense, it's a raid that's just focused on one particular playstyle, from what I hear. But again, they wouldn't give any concrete details, so we'll have to wait in a couple of weeks to see exactly what the Prison of Elders is. But that was a valid point. It is raid-like, it's just not being called a raid. But of course, people stuck on terminology and set in their ways, they have to have that particular thing. If you don't give them that particular thing, then the world is just all topsy-turvy. So I don't know. I still find it amusing, the reaction to the quote-unquote no raid thing. But anyway, moving on from there. So they went to the tower and they were showing some stuff in the tower. We are getting new gear for each factions, which I think is dope. New Monarchy, Dead Orbit, Vanguard, Crucible, all of those guys are getting new stuff. There's new stuff with the speaker, where the speaker is allowed to, you're allowed to trade all types of materials, Mosalite, Ascendant materials, Radiant materials, kind of like how with Eris, with the Radiant energy and Radiant shards, you can do that all with the speaker now. So that makes the speaker a little more useful to us. Also, they showed the upgrade materials. Now, there's something new with the upgrade system. Remember how we were all fucking upset as hell? Well, not all of us, because I wasn't really that pissed, but I guess I don't get as hyped as many people do. Anyway, everybody was really upset, and I do agree it was a kind of a stupid system in a way. But remember how when you wanted to upgrade your weapons that you previously had that were at 300, your exotics and whatnot, you wanted to boost them up to 331, or worse, if you wanted a legendary to be that, you kind of pretty much had to find a new dark below version of that legendary. But you had to go to Zur, and you had to pay an exotic shard, and then you had to restart everything over again. All your upgrading, all that, like, you know, especially thinking about it, coming from how it used to be with exotics, where you did have to use your Ascendant energy for most of that as well. Think about that. All the Ascendant energy that you use, all the Ascendant shards that you use, all the weapons materials, you know, whatever your classes, materials, hardronic essence, plasteel plating, all that stuff, waste it, because now you're gonna have to do it all over again once you upgrade that weapon. Well, now they have something called etheric light that you could use in other materials, like with exotics. It's basically just weapons parts and an exotic shard. You could do that within the weapon itself, meaning I don't have to go to Zur. I don't have to wait for Zur. I don't have to go to a vendor. If I have a weapon and I want to upgrade it, if I have the proper materials, I can upgrade that weapon right then and there. And not only that, I don't have to lose progression. That is fucking awesome. So if you have a fully upgraded weapon that right now is either level 300 or level 331, once you get the House of Wolves, you could, well, no, actually, I take that back. Not once you get the House of Wolves, because they're going to make it so that once May 19th come, everybody, not just people who have the House of Wolves, but everybody can upgrade to level 34. So that's great. Now I'm thinking with the weapons you are going to need the House of Wolves. They didn't necessarily say that, but I'm thinking with this new material, the etheric light and all that, you can't get it unless you play like Trials of Osiris or Prison of Elders. So you're going to need the House of Wolves for that, but everybody can get to level 34. It'll be harder to get that stuff, they said, but it can be done. And all weapons can be upgraded without losing progression. Trials of Osiris, by the way, they said is only going to be a weekend thing. So it's going to be like when Zur comes, it shows up and then it leaves at the reset. So it'll be like a 4 or 5 day event type of thing instead of an all week deal, but it'll be every weekend, so that's good. It's not just going to be a once in a blue moon thing like once a month like the Iron Banner or so on is. So that's pretty cool, but I'm digging what they've done. I definitely do like what they've done. It kind of does it kind of does respark some interest in this game to me. But we'll have to see exactly what they're going to be doing as far as how the gameplay is going to look first before I'm 100% sold. Of course, I got the season pass when Destiny came out, so I'm all in regardless. But even though I've already paid for it, that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to be bought in. You know what I mean? So we'll see what the gameplay and stuff brings and see how much my interest is repeat, because while I still play it occasionally, I'm just not invested the way I was, and this is the type of stuff that kind of can get me reinvested heavily in Destiny. But anyway, as always, you guys hit me up, let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.